The following presentation was produced by the Buddhist Society of Victoria. Please visit our website at bsv.net.au.
Welcome to the Newbury Buddhist Monastery Building Project Stage 1, Bhikkhu Sangha House and Kutis Virtual Opening Day. My name is Adrian T., President of the BSV. Thank you for tuning into today's program. Today is a very special day for all of us. The BSV and the Newbury Buddhist Monastery have been working on this project for many years, and we are very excited to show you this opening of the Sangha House and the Kutis through the internet. We would have loved everyone to be here physically to view this beautiful site that we have been working on for a few years. But due to the COVID-19 virus situations, we can only conduct this opening this way. We hope you will enjoy it. Like all conditional phenomena, I'm sure this will pass. When the conditions permit, we welcome you and we encourage you to come and visit the Newbury Buddhist Monastery to view these developments live. For those who are not familiar with this project, the Buddhist Society of Victoria established the Newbury Buddhist Monastery in 2014 to establish a spiritual, conducive, forested environment to support the Fourfold Assembly in the practice of the Buddha Dharma. With the Fourfold Assembly model in mind, the Buddhist Society of Victoria developed a master plan comprising of 3 stages. Stage 1 was started in 2015, and we are very fortunate with the support of Ajahn Brahm, Bodhinyana Monastery Monastic, our local community in Victoria, supporters from interstates and overseas. Stage 1 was launched in 2015, and we are very fortunate that it has got completed in April 2020. And that's what brought us to today's event. We are very proud and very happy to show you the opening of the Sangha House and the Kutis through the internet. Welcome, and we hope that you will enjoy the virtual openings today. Namo Buddhaya. Thank you.
Good morning or evening, everybody. This is Ajahn Brahm here from the Western Paradise, otherwise known as Jhana Grove Meditation Centre, just south of Perth in Western Australia, and giving my congratulations and greetings to all at Newbury Buddhist Monastery for the grand opening of Stage 1 of the Newbury Buddhist Monastery project. It's been a lot of work, a lot of fundraising, a lot of sweat, and a lot of hard work to be able to get Newbury Buddhist Monastery opened on Stage 1, which is the monks' area, together with the Sangha House. And all I've ever seen of that is the photographs. I did go up there for the grand beginning when we turned the earth with a silver shovel. And that's about it. So I haven't seen anything since. And because of that, you wonder what it must look like. But I'm sure that with all of the hard work and the good energy and the kindness of people that make it happen. And that's one of the most important things about projects like this. Sometimes when you look at it rationally, when you look at it economically, when you look at it with a mind which is just logical, sometimes these things just don't make sense. But when you look at it with a heart full of faith, emotional power, this is our Wesak season. When you look at it with that type of mind, then you find that this has enormous power. This is building a monastery, a good forest monastery just close to Melbourne, looked after by the Buddhist Society of Victoria, in not a Thai tradition, not a Sri Lankan tradition, not a Burmese tradition, not a Taiwanese or Chinese tradition. This is a Buddhist tradition for Australia. And as such, we go back to the old times of the Buddha, and we look how these monasteries were built and how they worked, and that is our model. So first of all, just congratulations on how far we've come. But of course, life is never finished. And we're already talking about stage 2, which is the area for the lay community to congregate, and a place where the monks and the nuns from the different parts of Newbury Buddhist Monastery can meet together for their dhanas and for any other big ceremonies, with kitchens and dining rooms, and also places where the lay people can stay comfortably without impinging upon the silence and the peace of the nuns' part of Newbury Buddhist Monastery, without impinging or disturbing the monks' part of Newbury Buddhist Monastery, the little central area where everyone can meet. So I know already plans have been drawn and estimates have been made, which made me have to sit down when I saw how much they thought it was going to cost. But just little by little, day by day, week by week, and it's amazing what you can achieve and how much you can get done, just stage by stage, part by part, little by little, brick by brick, or piece of wood by piece of wood. That is how buildings are made in Buddhism. Unfortunately, it's not like the old days when Anatta Pindika would just cover the whole of the Jetavana with gold coins. I don't think you could do that over in Newbury Buddhist Monastery. But we don't have the incredibly wealthy people, we just have people with incredible faith. Hundreds of people, thousands of people working together, having a dream. And a dream which sometimes will not be realized in their lifetime. That doesn't matter. We plant trees knowing that we will never see them in their full maturity. Only our children or our grandchildren will see those. We can make up monasteries, build them, create them, and sometimes we will never see them as a senior monk in their maturity, in their fullness. That's for other generations. But this is our investment. Not an investment in the bank or in equities or in trusts or whatever. This is something much more powerful. An investment in goodness, in kindness, in generosity. Having a wonderful feeling for what's possible here in Australia, in this case in Victoria, to build a monastery with both Sanghas, the bhikkhus and the bhikkhunis, and realizing, as you read in the suttas, that giving gifts to the bhikkhus and bhikkhunis together is the highest good karma you can make in the realm of donations. So said the Lord Buddha. And you're building this for the future, so that you have monks and nuns, good monks and nuns, senior monks and nuns, powerful monks and nuns over in Victoria who can serve and help in the way that some of our monks here do. So that in the future we'll be having, who knows, great monks or nuns from Victoria giving the blessings for Vesak in Perth, Western Australia, or to Perth, Western Australia. We're learning, we're growing, we're making a wonderful world. And of course, at the end of the day, when you go home, at the end of the week, at the end of the year, at the end of your life, when you look back and reflect on what have you done? What have you done to make a better world? And then you look back on things like supporting the Newbury Buddhist Monastery project, all the little donations, the time, the effort you've all given. You look back upon that as one of the best things you've done in your whole life. It brings you peace and joy and happiness, the guarantee of a good rebirth. So I wish you all the happiness and well-being on the Newbury Buddhist Monastery Open Day. And really heartfelt apologies. I'd love to be there today. But COVID-19, travel restrictions, it's probably good for me to get a bit of a rest. But nevertheless, all my best wishes are there for you, for the Buddhist Society of Victoria, Newbury Buddhist Monastery Project. So far, well done. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Ajahn Brahm.
Hi, my name is Rohan, and
I'm Indira Jayasinghe. I'm the Vice President of the Buddhist Society of Victoria, and Rohan is the project architect.
yeah, so we've been involved with the BSV since 2007 as members, and I think Indira has been a committee member for a long period of time. And our involvement with the Newbury Buddhist Monastery commenced in 2014, and I think Indira has been involved even before.
Yeah, that was in 2014 when we were looking for a few blocks of land, and then we went there for the first site visit. Also, I was one of the people who went there to select the site. So from that time onwards, I have been involved.
Yeah, so our involvement has been entirely on a voluntary basis, and it has not been easy. We were sort of juggling a full-time architectural job and doing this work as well, and sometimes it has not been easy, and at times physically very demanding, but it has been a very rewarding experience spiritually, particularly now to see all the good work of so many good people over the years coming into fruition. We commenced the design work of the master plan in 2015, and the master plan actually divided the site into 3 sectors, and these 3 sectors were supposed to be stage development, stage 1, 2, 3. So the stage 1 was supposed to be the monks area, which is the northern part of the site, and stage 2, the middle part of the site, which is
For the lay people?
Yeah, meditation center and the retreat center. And stage 3...
Stage 3 being the nuns area, which has been... where we have already got approval for some of the buildings in the nuns area.
Yeah, so, and also the stage 1 is where the existing buildings are. So the nuns are residing in that area. So, and we will be building more buildings there as part of the stage 3 process. Now, stage 1 works involves building 4 meditation huts for monks initially, and a meditation hut for Ajahn Brahm, and the Sangha house, which is the amenities and common facilities building for the monks, so that the monks can be self-sufficient and independent in the monks area, and thereby also achieving the gender segregation and allowing the nuns to be self-sufficient and independent in the nuns area. Now, in addition to this number of buildings, we have also designed infrastructure for additional 6 kutis in the monks area for future. So the infrastructure for water, sewage, and electricity is already provided for those months, and also a couple of huts in the nuns area as well. Yeah.
So infrastructure also includes 2 sewage treatment plants, and also we have already upgraded the electricity which is coming to the site. There were 2 major components of the costs that were involved.
Yeah. So the designs, essentially responded to the terrain, the topography, and the beautiful, pristine forested environment, and the architecture and the built forms reflected the simplicity of monastic life, and the materials and finishes and the colors relate very intimately to the natural environment of the forest.
Yeah. So the designs commenced in early in 2017, and then we got the planning approvals from the local Shire in November 2018, which was after so many months and months of hard work.
Yeah, so this was a very long and arduous process because of the very stringent requirements that the local Shire imposed on the project, particularly because the land being in a farming zone and an agricultural zone. So essentially, buildings like this were not allowed, but we managed to sort of go through all of the hoops, and also the country fire authority, the CFA, and many, there were 3 water authorities that we had to go through and get approvals. So
we sort of managed to complete the detailed designs in February 2019, and then we got the building permits soon after that. Then we found a builder on site in March 2019. The building project started. The construction started.
Yeah. So the building, there was a competitive tender process to select a builder and to make sure that we selected the best and of course the lowest in price. So and the project cost is...
It was about 2.3 million.
Yes. And this included not only the cost of stage 1 buildings that are now completed, but also cost of the infrastructure for the future stages. So there is power, water, and sewage and wastewater connections to the future buildings as well. The reasons for this high cost is the requirements of the environment and the climate. Now the site is in climate zone 7, which is an alpine climate, and so in terms of insulation and heating requirements, it's very, very stringent, and part of the cost actually was for that, and also to meet the requirements of the bushfire regulations, and also all of these requirements for sewage treatment and wastewater treatment as well.
Yeah.
Right. So now we have the buildings completed, which is fantastic, and I think it's time also to reflect back on all of the support that we had from people, many people working behind the scenes.
That's right. So we special thanks goes to architects Danika Ranasinghe and his wife Sevandi, who had so many hours, put in a lot of hours into this project and did all the drawings for us and the designs for us. So thank you so much. And also another special mention to Melinda Senanayaka, the electrical engineer, who helped us with the electrical designs and sort of overseeing the project. He made several visits to the site without any hesitation. That was great to have all these and others, so many others whom we can't mention the names. Like, there are so many people who have done a lot of help and volunteering for this project for consultancy as well. So thank you so much, and we are both happy to have been a part of it.
Hello, my name is Pante Mudito. Welcome everybody to Newbury. We're having the opening ceremony here through the video because unfortunately we cannot have everybody here for the live ceremony as we planned. I was selected for this project because I felt that I had some experience on the building industry. I used to work doing construction. My father has a construction company. So I felt that I could give something for the Sangha. And Newbury was just on the stage where we were about to start the Kutis and the Sangha house. And I felt that I could do something nice. So I came here maybe a year and a half ago. A year and a half ago we started doing the foundation, doing the digging, excavation, started laying concrete and all those things. So what we've done here is we built the Sangha house. I'm going to show you in a couple of minutes what we've done in the Sangha house, which has all those amenities for the monks Sangha. We also built some kutis, and we built a kuti for Ajahn Brahm, which is really exciting. So hopefully we can get Ajahn Brahm to stay here. Obviously, it's been a long project, and there's been a lot of help from everybody. We had a lot of our design team. I have to thank you, India and Rohan, Danica, all those other people who've done so much for helping us on this project. Coming from the designing project, we started the excavation maybe a year and a half ago. We had a lot of problems here in Newbury. One of the main problems is that the elevation is really high here. So it's very wet here, quite a cold winter, and I think a lot of the builders here in Australia are not used to this kind of climate. I just want to mention maybe one thing, which is a bit of a trivia, but it might be interesting. In Australia, there's 8 different kind of climate zones. The alpine zone being the coldest, which is we have the Victorian Alps here, and we are number 7. So we're the second coldest climate in Australia. And let me tell you, Aussies are not used to this kind of climate. I come from Finland, and I am used to this cold climate, but even for me with the wind and rain, it was a long winter. But we managed to get from ground up. After the excavation, we started to pour the concrete, and another problem arose. You know, we have all these hills here, and why do we have all these hills here? It's because all of these hills are due to the volcanic activity here in this region of Victoria. And when you have volcanoes, you get a lot of rocks. So we started digging into the ground, and we find rocks and rocks and rocks. So we spent a lot of money bounding the rocks off, having to dig them off, all of those things before we could even start laying the concrete. So then we started laying concrete, and obviously the ground was so uneven because we had to remove so much rocks. So again, more expenses. We had to spend a lot of concrete for filling up the voids. But once you get into that stage, it's finally the building starts coming up. We did insulation, which is again not very common here in Australia, but a lot of insulation underneath the concrete. We laid floor heating. Floor heating is really nice. It will be once we go inside of the Sangha house. I show you. You cannot see the floor heating, but let me tell you, it's the only way to do heating here in this kind of climate. After you do the pouring the concrete, another problem arises because it kept raining and raining and raining. So when you have the concrete, you start laying the walls up. And we had actually the small snow here that we have had in this region in about 20 years. Everything just snowed over. And then nothing dried. So all the timber was wet, all the concrete was wet, nothing was drying. So that's another problem arose. Well, then we got over that. Then you put the walls up, obviously the roof comes up, the roof structure, the roof comes on, and then the spring was started to come, so then it started to ease up. But the winter, once we got over the winter, everything started to work well. After the roof and walls, you got the windows in, you got the doors in. We selected good double glazed windows here. The energy expenditure here is immense if we don't use the insulation here. Good windows, good doors, all of those things. Everything worked out really well. So now we have really comfortable kutis for the monks here to stay, and the Sangha house. But anyways, it's done now. Enough talking. I want to show you what we've done, and I think you're going to agree what we've done. It looks pretty nice. Okay, here we are on top of the hill. Finally the Sangha house ready. I want to show you what it looks like. So let's go inside. Let me show you what it looks like. So this is the main entrance. We put these beautiful beams here. It's quite a massive look, and it's going to be nice. We just got the Dhamma wheel came in as well. I haven't figured out how yet to lift it up. It's about 250 kilos. It's going to go there on top of the main entrance. So it would be nice. We put some lights there. But so far, I don't know yet what to do with it. But let's go inside. I'll show you what it looks like inside. Very good. Here we are. This is just the foyer. We put some furniture just to make it look nice. This way we have a kitchen. Behind you, library, office. But let's go into the kitchen, I'll show you. This is just the kitchen to have a little breakfast for the monks. We're not going to have, I mean, it looks a bit big, but who knows, the Sangha might grow. So it's nice to have a little bit of a kitchen, just basic amenities. Here we are on the left, we put a little sewing room, so monks, we can fix our robes. We have 2 toilets and a shower, because we have one room here for a sick monk or a caretaker. It might be in the beginning we're just going to have a caretaker living here with us, so it's easier for us to have somebody to live here with us. Laundry room to wash our clothes. Let me show you the library. Okay, so here we go. This is the monk's office. Just something small. We haven't furnished everything yet. So just we can have some basics, a couple tables and chairs. This is going to be our library here. We had to do something, so we just bought some furniture from IKEA just to get it started. But it's a bit empty still, but there will be a library here. There's some outside the reading area here behind, and the sunset that way, it's going to look nice. Unfortunately, you cannot see it now, it's too dark. Okay, so now the most important thing, the Dhamma hall. Come on over. So as I mentioned earlier, we put floor heating, everything is nice and warm, your toes are nice and toasty. We also put the Dhamma hall separated from the rest of the building. So the Dhamma hall is separated by a corridor, so it will be always nice and quiet here on the Dhamma hall. We polished, concrete polished floor. Nice, we put something a little bit special. One thing I want to actually mention, something special about this project for me was to get the Buddha statue done. We selected the Buddha statue, which is one of the oldest Buddha statues, models from north of India, and we selected a foundry in Thailand. I got to go there to see the project, and it was quite interesting to get how the Buddha statue was done. I went there for a week around Christmas time to see to give them ideas how it's done, and we were really happy how it turned out. I also went to see Ajahn Ganha, and he was gracious enough to give us another Buddha statue. One thing which was a hassle was getting the Buddha statue here. It arrived okay to the port of Melbourne, here in our doorsteps, but to get it up here, it's a project. Just the stand itself weighs above 550 kilos. The Buddha statue is only about 250 kilos, but to get it here, it was an effort. Very good. Okay, now you've seen the Dhamma hall. Let's go and look at the Kutis as well. I'll show you the Ajahn Brahm's hut and one of the monks' huts so you get a rough idea where we're going to live. See you there. So here we are at the Ajahn Brahm's hut. Let me show you inside what it's going to look like. I think it has turned out nice. We designed this with one of my friends, Scotty. He's the caretaker in Janago, our retreat center. We put some nice effort. It has wood deck all around, and this is the only kuti which has the office. So the senior monks obviously needs an office. So come inside. I'll show you what it looks like. Here we have another nice feature which was my idea. We put a corner window, but it's just something a little bit special. So we have a corner desk here, corner window. you can see down into the valleys, and there's a beautiful valley here. You can see the roofs outside a little. And also, because in Newbury the weather is so bad quite often in wintertime, like I told you earlier, we made this corridor a bit wide so you can do inside walking meditation here. So it's an inside walking meditation room as well. And here we have a toilet, bathroom. We made a slightly bigger for the senior monk, and just a little bedroom meditation room for the senior monk or Ajahn Brahm. Hopefully he can come and stay here with us. So this is it. Quite a simple but effective. So this was Ajahn Brahm's hut, nice and simple. But now let's go and see the other monks' huts. They're even a bit smaller than this. So follow me over there. I'll see you at the kuti. So here we are. This is one of the huts for the normal monks, not like the senior monks. It's a little bit smaller, but let me show inside. There's not much to see, but at least you get the idea how we live. Come inside. So, it's a luxury. Let me tell you, for Bodhinyana monks, this is absolute luxury. Again, floor heating, nice and warm, toasty toes, bedside table, a chair. So as you can see, the kuti is very small. We even have a little tiny toilet and shower here, just so, because Newbury is, like I said, it's very cold. So we have a little toilet shower here and inside of the kuti, so we don't have to go into the Sangha house just to use the toilet. So we made everything comfortable but simple. So it's nice. And that ends the tour. It was nice to get everybody here to see the kutis, Ajahn Brahm's kuti, the Sangha house. We feel so happy that everything is now finished. It's been a great project. We got so much help from everybody, not just the donations, people have been helping us from, whether it's doing landscaping, doing furniture, all kind of things. It's been a very great project. I want to acknowledge everybody who's been helping us all this time. So I just want to thank you, everybody. It's been a great project. Now let's go and do some chanting here at the Sangha house I just showed you, just to show the appreciation and do a little bit something nice in the new hall. So I see you there.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Itipiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vicacharana sampanno sukhato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati satta deva manussanang buddho bhagavati. Nati me saranang anyang buddho me saranang varang etena sacha vacena sotite hotu sabada. Swakhato bhagavata dhammo sanditiko akaliko ehipasiko opanayiko pacatam veditabo vinyuhiti. Nati me saranang anyang dhammo me saranang varang ete Supatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Ujjupatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Nyayapatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Samicipatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Yadidang Chattari Purisa Yugani Atta Purisa Pugala Esa Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Ahuneyo Pahuneyo Dakineyo Anchali Karaniyo Anuttaram Punyaketang Lokasati Nati me saranang anyang sangho me saranang warang etena sacha vajena sotite hotu sabada Jayanto Bodhiyamule Sakyanang Nandivadano Evam Tvang Vijayo Jayasu Jayamangale Aparajita Palanke Sise Patavipokare Abhiseke Sabba Buddhana Agapato Pamodanti Sunakatang Sumangalang Supabhatang Suhutitam Sukano Sumuhuto Jasuyitam Brahmachari Supadakinang Kaya Kamma Vacha Kammam Padakinam Mano Kammam Anidite Padakina Nikatva Padantate Padakine Karaniya Matta Kusalena Yantang Santam Padang Abhisamecha Sako Ujucha Sujucha Suvachocha Samuduanatimani Samtusakocha Subharocha Apakachocha Sallahukavuti Samtindriyocha Nipakocha Abhagabho Kulesu Ananugidho Nacha Buddhang Samachare Kimchiyena Vinyo Pare Upavadeyo Sukhino Vakemino Hontu Sabbe Satta Bhavantu Sukhitata Ye Kechipana Bhutatita Savatara Vava Anavasesa Digavaye Mahantava Majjimara Sakanukatula Dittavaye Jadita Ye Chadure Vasanti Avidure Bhutava Sambhave Siva Sabbe Satta Bhavantu sukitata Navaro paranniku beta nati manyeta kacajinang kanchi Vyarosana patika sanya Nanya manya sadukha micheya Matayatani amputang Ayusae kaputta manurake Evam pisabhabutesu manasambhavaye aparimanam Metancha sabbalokasming manasambhavaye aparimanam Uddang adocha tiriyancha asambadang averang asapattam Titancharan nisino va sayano va yavatassa vikatamidho Etang sading aditeya brahma metang viharang idamahu Ditincha anupakamma silava dasanena sampanno kame suvineya gedam nahi jati kabaseyam punareti. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
I am Bhante Aranavihari. Now, I am speaking from Bhikkhu Sangha House or the Monks Sangha House. So, in future Dhamma talks, we'll be broadcasting from here.
It's nice to be here now in the new Dhamma hall here in the Monks Sangha House. And like Bhante said, hopefully we can get the future Dhamma talks presented from here. I want to thank everybody who's been in part of this big project. We've been here a year and a half trying to get this project coming up, and I want to really appreciate say thank you for architects, everybody who's been designing this project, the whole committee, and obviously everybody who's involved in BSV in Buddhist Society of Victoria. So it's been a major upcoming, and there will be also future project, but at least this is now done. So thank you for everybody, and I do acknowledge everybody's hard effort to get this going. So thank you for everybody, and nice to see everybody.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Hi, I'm just going to talk about the stage 2A of the project, which as you can see in the screen, it's the meditation center, the meditation and the retreat center, which is going to be in the middle area of the whole complex. To the top is the Sangha house, which you can see, and the lower part is the nuns area, which will be developed later into with all the buildings. And in the middle is the area where we are trying to develop the stage 2A project. We have given it out for consultancy, and they are planning this in stages where this will accommodate a meditation hall, which is a retreat, which is going to be used as the retreat center as well. And then we have the accommodation for male and female, and then we have the dining facilities and a kitchen. Stage 2A project also will be done in stages depending on the funding availability, and I'll explain that later with the stages. So as you can see, it's sort of developed enveloping into a big courtyard where there is going to be a stupa at a later stage, and in the middle, and the site is divided into several areas. So with this picture you will be able to see how the stupa looks from the courtyard, and then the other two, one on the right side bottom is the one which is seen. The consultants have used that landscaping to screen the rooms and the accommodation from the main areas. Within this stage there are few phases, as I told you before, and what is marked in pink color, sort of pink orange, is the first area of development, where we will have the dining and the kitchen facilities plus the admin, where there will be the dana offering 4 blocks of accommodation for male and female, which is marked in pink again. And later on, the one in yellow is the later development, which is the meditation center. Because we won't have the meditation center at the beginning, first stage of development, we are having this dining hall and the admin and the kitchen. And the dining hall will be used, it's a dual purpose area, because we are not having the meditation hall until a later stage. We have the meditation area within the dining, which is, we have shown the 2 options here. It's all ensuite rooms having individual toilets. So, and there are 6 rooms in each block, with one of the blocks having accessible access, and a small kitchenette and a laundry area. So there are these 2 options which are sort of creating the courtyard, and that's how the consultants have come out with the courtyards and the layout of the building. So we will be updating more information in our website after the phases are done and more detailed designs are done, but this is as a basic conceptual plan. These are the buildings that are going to be a part as stage 2A. Thank you.
What we just saw were pictures of the concept design for stage 2, the Newbury Buddhist Monastery Meditation Center. We are very excited with this project because it is one of the major components of the fourfold exemplary establishment. This project is going to be a very large project as anticipated. As such, we envisage that it will be divided into few phases. We seek your support and contributions to help us realize this important and wholesome project. When the facility is completed, it will provide a unique opportunities to the monastic as well as the lay people to come to a tranquil forested environment to practice the Buddha Dharma. Details of how you may support and provide contributions are outlined in the BSV website, www.bsv.net.au, or the Newbury Buddhist Monastery, www.nbm.org.au. Before we conclude these events, we would like to take this opportunity to say thank you to all our devoted supporters and volunteers. First of all, we would like to mention Rohan Jayasinghe, our Chief Architect, and Indira Jayasinghe. They have been working on this project since day one, and they have been working very tirelessly, dealing with all sorts of issues to get us over the hurdles and to make this stage 1 project eventually realize and get completed in April 2020. Not to miss out is to mention Bhante Mudito. Bhante Mudito has been working on this stage 1 project since day one, and he has been working very tirelessly, looking through every single details in this project, ironing out every single issues, and especially in the last few weeks, getting this place neat and tidy for this virtual opening day. We are certainly very thankful and grateful to Bhante Mudito's commitment to this project, and we look forward to his practice in this monastery for a long time. And of course, we would like to say thank you to our local community in Victoria, our supporters in the States and overseas, for through their support, stage 1 can only be completed as scheduled. And I'd like to also say thank you to you, your supporters, for watching this program, for sharing and participating in these celebrations. And we hope that one day, when this situation has improved, you may be able to visit the Newbury Buddhist Monastery and see the development site live. Thank you for watching. May you have a good day.